friends, welcome back to my channel, Coffee with Stephanie, and welcome if you are new. So this is part 2. My last video was a walkthrough of my childhood home. I'm filming this right now and it's Tuesday, and the keys get handed over tonight, so it's starting to feel really real. I think it always did. Like, you know, we knew this was coming for a long time, but it didn't really sink in for me. It didn't sink in until I went over to help my mom with the cleaning. And that was like my first time seeing the house completely empty and bare. And boy, does it ever echo in there, you know, when there's nothing, like no furniture, nothing, right? So like that was my first time seeing it completely empty. And that's when it hit me. Oh my gosh, it's really happening. You know, like, it's just like, even though like, you know, it's going to happen, you know, and you know, this is the end result, that, you know, it's going to be done and over with. But it doesn't really hit you up until a certain point. And for me, that was when I was helping my mom sweep. I was sweeping the bedroom that my sisters and I shared before I got my own bedroom. And it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, like, it's happening, you know? Yeah, so yeah, and then like it really, because I guess it kind of starts to hit you when you see everything packed up and piled up, okay, in boxes. Kind of hits you then. But then when the house is empty, that's when it really hits you, and it's like, yeah. So it felt great to do the walkthrough. It felt just, you know, I don't know, it's such a bittersweet goodbye, because you know, okay, this has to happen because the property is way too big for my dad to take care of, and plus the time was right, because the plumbing will have to get done soon. So yeah, that's probably the first thing the new owners will want to do. And by the way, the owners are farmers, because my mom and dad also had farmland. They had I think it was around 30 acres, something like that. So a farmer bought the land, which was good. So but but it's like, you're going to have to do the plumbing, because before they put the house on the market, they had to get the plumbing fixed or something wrong with it, and the plumber kind of mentioned, you know, it's going to need a lot more fixing, you know, down the road. And then they told him that they were put on the market, and he was like, oh good, get out while you can. You know, so the house is like 100+ years old. So and I think that the plumbing is usually the first to go, right? So yeah, so that's what I mean, you know, it was just time to say goodbye. And it felt good to do one final walk through, just myself. I was the only one there when I first got there. My dad was there, but he was just leaving. He had to grab something quick that he forgot, and then it was just me. And then yeah, I walked through, and it was just, I don't know, it was just, I guess, peace of mind, you know. I felt good just to do one more walkthrough and to remember memories, you know, just remember the days that were of the past and all the good times that we had in that house and on that huge property. We really did have really good childhood, and we had rough times too, you know. It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, you know, but we had a pretty decent childhood, and I know we're lucky, because a lot of people do not have decent childhoods. So but yeah, it just felt good to do one final walkthrough. I will leave the link. I'll try to remember to leave the link for yesterday's video. I totally forgot to put an ending to it, so, and the video was long, and it's like, I should have known this would have been in 2 parts. I should have known. So yeah, this is going to be part 2, okay? Because I do have pictures to show you, and I have that book to show you, and we have coffee to drink. I have my second cup with me. I got Mickey Mouse today. So cheers. If you're having a cup of coffee or tea, let's go down memory lane. Now, I did share some in yesterday's video, some memories, and I figured I would forget something, and I did. I did, but that's okay. That's why there's a part 2. And hopefully I remember everything. Yeah. So yeah, it was just nice. It was bittersweet, but it was nice just to walk through one more time. And I will, out of the whole house, my grandma's apartment is the one area of the house I will miss the most. Yeah, for sure. Okay. My mom and dad had an amazing realtor. He met their needs. And I know finding a good realtor is really hard these days. It really is, especially one that you can trust. And they hit jackpot with their realtor. He was so nice and so kind to do this for everyone. He made a book, all right, and it's just pictures of the house that they took, when they were about to put it on the market, and they were about to do showings. So they took pictures for the listing. And they took pictures with a drone outside, so you have some air shots. So it's really cool. He made one for like everybody, like one for my mom and dad, one for myself and my sisters, and one for my aunt in California, my dad's sister. So that was like really thoughtful and really sweet to do that, and it's just like this, but still that's work. That's work, taking time out of his day, and he did so many copies, right? So really sweet and thoughtful. So let's go through, and hopefully I remember everything, and hopefully I don't need any more parts to this this video series. Hopefully part 2. We'll see. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna cover up the address. Here is a drone shot from up above, which is really cool. Yep. I wouldn't want to be in charge of a drone taking pictures because I would probably break it. So yeah. Here is a couple more shots. There's a mulberry tree right there. So this was taken early spring because the grass is starting to turn green and the leaves are not on the tree yet. So now my dad told me back in the day, before we came along, there used to be a cherry tree on the property. I'm like, oh man. Growing up, we had a pear tree and an apricot tree on the property. And let me see. They would have been around this area, I think. Is it that? Hang on. Yeah, okay, no, sorry. I'm looking at the camera, it's just so different. This area right here, they would have been like around this area. And I can remember, and this is why apricot jam is my absolutely favorite #1 jam out of all the jams on the shelf, okay, at the superstore. Because I would go out with my grandma and we would go pick the apricots and she would make jam. So yeah, that's why apricot jam is my favorite. And I always think of her. I already got emotional last night, so hopefully I'm good. I was sad doing the walkthrough. I walked through the house a few times, and yeah, I was sad, because it doesn't really hit you until you think, oh, this is the last time I'm opening the door. This is the last time I'm entering this house. This is the last time I'm walking through this room, turning on the lights. This is my last time walking the door. This is my last time pulling up the driveway, and it kind of hits you, and then you get like sad and depressed and but it's all good. It's just I get a little bit emotional, but like I didn't get emotional until bedtime, right before bedtime, and I just started thinking of all the memories, good ones, bad ones, and all the fun times we had, and yeah, I got a little bit emotional, yeah. Just a tad. So my mom and dad have lived in the house for 48 years. When they were married 2 years, they moved in with my grandma. Their 50th wedding anniversary is next month. Crazy. Like, wow. Marriage goals. Yeah. And so yeah, they've had 48 years of memories, you know, and 48 years of stuff to pack, especially my dad. Yeah, so it's just, you know, you think about it, it's like, really, has it really been 48 years? No, I lived there till I got married. I got married when I was 31, so I was there for 31 years, you know, and yeah. Yeah, I know, it's just, yeah, and that's when it hits you, right? Like, ugh, yeah, if you've been there, you know, right? All right, so here is the dining room. So hopefully I'm good to go. I'm tapped out. The dining room. So growing up, this was the living room, and this room also had a carpet before the floors got redone. Now, if you remember yesterday's video, I talked about the shaggy red, kind of rustic red, I guess, orange, I don't know, yes, I don't know, awful rug in the living room. This room also had a rug, but it wasn't as bad. It kind of like, it was like a tan brownish, I guess. Now this is when the room was the dining room, so they did the switcheroo at this time. Remember one time in my vlog I mentioned that I had a birthday. I'm not sure how old I was. I look pretty young, like I don't know, I was probably 13, around that age, early teens, and it was raining. It was my birthday. We had people over, friends over, and it was my birthday. It was raining and everybody came in and we play games, and here's the Mr. Mouth game I was talking about. And there's the rug. Yeah, now this rug wasn't too bad, okay, this one wasn't too bad, but you still had to vacuum it, and I just don't like rugs, okay, I don't like rugs, like, no. So, but it wasn't too bad. Here's the Mr. Mouth game, love that game. Oh, here's my grandma's table, her card table. My sister Sarah still has that. She sews, does her purses on that. So here's another picture. I just don't want to show anybody, you know, just in case, so I'll show myself. Yeah, so that was the living room, but before it became, I mean the dining room, but before it became the dining room, it was the living room. And I can remember our Christmas tree being like right, let me see, this corner right here where my dad's computer was. The Christmas tree would be right there. And I remember, you know, being asleep, because I still shared at that time a bedroom with my sisters, and knowing that the presents were just out in the next room, you know, really drove me nuts. And knowing that you can't go out there or else you're gonna get caught, you know, and you know, you do your best to go to sleep, but you're so excited it's impossible, right? So yeah, the fireplace was never working on their side, but on my grandma's side of the fireplace, that was working. But I don't think this side of the fireplace worked. Maybe at one time it did, but we never had it going. Not that I can remember. I don't even think we did. My grandma did though. I remember her having a fire going. Yeah.
It used to be like that?
Yeah, that's what it used to look like.
But there's no fence.
No. Alright, so here are the bedrooms. My mom's bedroom, my dad's bedroom. This was my sisters and I bedroom when we shared. And I forgot to mention when I was in there yesterday, kind of talking about it. Yeah.
Wait, what? Is that your bedroom?
It was. I used to share with Auntie Sarah and Auntie Rachel.
That bar's not gonna work. Auntie Sarah and Auntie Rachel, you can that.
Well, they had bunk beds.
Ew.
Yeah. So this right here, where these shelves are, this used to be a window. The other side of this wall was my bedroom, but it used to be the back porch. And my dad and I think my godfather.
That one is a better room.
Yeah.
That's a better room than the other one.
My godfather helped my dad with the drywall and that. I can remember one night, my dad and I forget what they were doing, but they were at that door, the brown door. So like my room goes up to the door that goes outside and the door that goes to the rest of the house. So So, but I remember them doing something one night, and but this is, I totally forgot to mention this. This used to be a window, and they took the window out and made bookshelves. Yeah, it's really cool. And then my grandma's apartment right here. This is our bathroom and living room, hallway, bookshelves. I mean, doesn't this make you want to move right in? Like, really? The kitchen, and like during family dinners, this was like a tight area because we were always like, you know, elbow to elbow, get out of my way. Yeah. And some more outdoor shots. Very fun. And he also included, well, here's a couple more before we get to those. Yeah, not cool. He also included shots of before we lived there. Okay, way back in the day. All right, this is what it used to look like. So that is the Hunt family, and then right here is what it used to look like, I think, when my dad lived there. So you can see it had 2 stories, but like I said, that had to be taken down because it was just too rotten. And you can see how much it has changed over the years.
Why can I change it out?
Sometimes you gotta change it. You remodel.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because they had the guns in it?
Okay, because they don't have the guns.
Yeah, guns.
Yeah. There's this guy is holding a gun, and there's a dog. I'm not sure who the Hunt family are, but
who's that?
They got a horse. I don't know.
But why can Nana Papa change him out?
Well, this was way before Nana Papa took over, before Papa lived there as a kid.
Yeah. But why can't them change it?
Well, you just change it, because sometimes you have to if it needs to get fixed, you know? So yeah, I thought that was really cool that he included that. That's Mommy.
It looks like Auntie Kira.
Does that look like Auntie Sarah? Oh.
Yeah, I got it. It looks like gold.
Alright, so.
It really do look like gold.
It does. That's because you can tell we're sisters. Alright. So, growing up, okay, so I talked about yesterday in our bedroom, the one I shared with my sisters, there was wallpaper. That's what you call it, wallpaper. I couldn't remember. I knew there was a boy and girl on it, but I couldn't remember exactly what they looked like, kind of, but not really, because it's been a while since I looked at the picture. But like a few years down the road, you know, like it started to come off, and we'd peel it off. So here I am. Here is the wallpaper. Look how cute. Like, oh, baby Stephanie with her Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. So here is the wallpaper, boy and girl, in overalls. Is it overalls? No, just jeans. Jean dress and jeans. Oh no, overalls. He's wearing overalls here. Oh, that's right, overalls. So that was what the wallpaper looked like, and of course, you know what happens with wallpaper. It starts to come off, and you peel it, and you start peeling it, or you start doodling on it. So that's what they did. I think my sister did that more than I did. Although I could have done it, but I just don't remember. Alright. Now, one thing I was known for was when it came time for family pictures, I did not smile. There are quite a few family pictures. I did not smile. Okay. And who else did that in my family? There was somebody else my mom said. Oh, and my mom. It was my mom. She did that. She wouldn't smile. So I get it from her. Yes. When she when she was a kid, she did the same thing. So I get it from my mom, okay? Or I got it from my mom, okay? All right, so there are quite a few family pictures. Okay, here's one. This was taken at Sears, I think. Oh my gosh, Sears. With my sister. See, not smiling. Well, I look cute though, but no, not smiling. Like, all right. Yeah, that's me. And this is an Easter one. This is with my grandma. Now, note, I am smiling in this one. Okay. This is Easter. We are dressed to go. I remember this outfit. Okay, but I don't have pictures on me, but they're on my phone. I'll put it at the end of this video. You'll notice. Okay.
Eat a rabbit.
Yeah. Yep, that's Thumper. I am smiling because I have Kermit the Frog. I'm holding Kermit, which was my mom's stuffy. Okay, but there's family pictures and there's other family pictures. I'm not smiling,
so
but
cute.
yeah, it is so cute. But in this one, okay, we took quite a few pictures. This was my sister's and my grandma, but we also took a family one, and I did not have Kermit with me. Guess what? You take Kermit the Frog away, I'm not smiling. And that's what I did. So then I laughed because you can notice. Oh, okay, the only difference is Kermit the Frog wasn't in the picture. All right, and they're talking about Thumper. We had a rabbit. My dad got it from his co-worker. Well, his co-worker couldn't. I'm not sure the reason why he had to give the rabbit away, but I guess, you know, he couldn't take care of it or something. So my dad took the rabbit, Thumper. Oh, 1993. I wrote the year on this. So 1993. Okay. And here's a popular orange. We had a popular. This was orange chair. But here's the rug. Here's the rug. Okay, I hate that rug. Oh, I hate it. But there's Thumper. Yeah, we had her, I think, for 9 years, and then she had, we think she had like a heart attack or stroke, and she passed away in my mom's arms, and we buried her in the forest. Yeah. She was a good rabbit, but rabbits are a lot of work, and they're you know, cleaning up after them. Boy, does it ever stink. We would have a designated spatula because this was a cage that she came with, but we later upgraded to a better, bigger cage, and it was easier to clean because you would just pull out the bottom. It was kind of like a cookie tray. You just like pulled it out, and we just got the garbage bag, and we had a spatula, and we just went, you know, but oh, it didn't ever stink. But she was a good rabbit. Yeah. The one thing she was known for, because we would let her run around because we had the carpet, she was able to run around until we got flooring. Did we get flooring when we had her? No, I don't think so. I think that was later after she passed. We got that floor got replaced. So because we had the carpet at the time, she was able to run around. What's one thing rabbits are good at? Chewing.
Eating?
Yeah, eating too. Chewing phone cords. Yes, she. Yes, they have sharp teeth. Very sharp. She chewed through the phone cord quite a few times, and we always knew it when we went to pick up, you know, and there's like no dull tone.
But that's not good for a rabbit.
No, but she didn't get a shock. We don't know how, but she did not get a shock. But yeah, she was good at doing that. Yeah. And that's the name that she came with, Thumper. Yeah, but it suited her. Yeah. She was good. She loved to cuddle.
That's a cute name.
And that's a cute name. She loved to cuddle, and we had a black cat, Oliver. He was a stray. I'll see if I can find pictures, and I'll attach it to the end of the video. He was a stray. He was like, my parents lived in the country, so you got a lot of stray cats. People would just dump them. So we've had a lot of stray cats. Oliver was one of the best. He was a black cat. Black cats are the best. They really are. They're one of the best. They are so sweet. There's just something special about them. But he was outside, and and he was just meowing his little head off, and I remember going up there the other day and I couldn't find him, and it's like, oh, maybe he went home, but then I started to walk around the corner, and it's like, oh nope, he's stuck in a tree. He got himself stuck in one of the maple trees. Like, that's what cats do best, right? They can climb a tree, but they can't go back down, right? It's easier to climb up than it is to go back down. So he got himself stuck, but he wasn't like that high. He was high enough where I can like grab and reach him. I didn't have to call the fire department or anything, or go grab a ladder, but he had characteristics. Like, he has character and personality. His characteristics and personality were just plus. Personality plus, characteristics plus, because he was so funny, and he would always get himself into trouble. One time he snuck into the fridge, and my dad opened up the fridge, and out came the cat, and he wasn't in there for long, thank goodness, because it could have turned out a lot worse. But yeah, we kept him. I took him to the vet, and the only thing he had to do to him was get ear mite medicine. He had ear mites, which is very common in strays and cats. But every time we would take him to the vet to get his annual checkup, he would always be in the waiting room, actually in the waiting room, or the part where you're waiting to see the vet, and he would always get himself into mischief, because one time he was on the counter and then he fell off the counter, but he fell into the garbage. And it was just funny. He was a character. He really was. So he really was a character. We had many stray cats. I had a great cat, Belle, of course. Belle. Unfortunately, she ran away. I don't know where she was, and when she came back, she was breathing very, very heavy, and we had to go put her down. We took her to the vet, and he said that she must have got hit, because all of her insides were like kind of pushed up where they should not be. So we had to put her down, and she was such a sweetheart. And we had another one lady who was really attached to me, and she got hit on the road, and that was really devastating, and that was because we live on a highway. My cat lady, I do have pictures, I have to look. We also had two cats that, and we grew up with sheepdogs, but we were really, really young. Here we go. Here's like our first family picture. There's a sheepdog. I'm not sure. I think it's Sally. I'm kind of looking at her funny. Unfortunately, Sally, I do remember a little bit about Sally. I remember my dad would try, he would pretend to like be wrestling with us, and she didn't like that because they're very protective dogs, and she didn't like that, so she would like bark at him, telling him stop, don't touch them. Unfortunately, she passed away, my mom thinks, because they went to Cincinnati. That's when my aunt and uncle lived in Cincinnati before moving to California. Excuse me. And she had to go to a kennel. And soon after they got back, she got sick, and my mom thinks it was from the kennel. And soon after, I'm not sure how long after, but that kennel closed. And it's like, yeah, it probably was. If the kennel closed, yeah, it probably was from the kennel, because she was a healthy dog and she got a disease, and they had to put her down, unfortunately. But I do, I have those memories of my dad trying to, just play wrestle with us, and she was like, not my watch, Our other two cats, we had Tigger. These cats came to us. They were my mom and dad's friend's cat, but they couldn't take care of them. I think because they moved, and yeah, I forget the whole story of why they couldn't take care of them. Nope, it was because they were moving. They moved, I think, to BC, that's it, and they didn't want to put them through that, so we took them. So Mindy and Tigger. Mindy was a ladies' man. She liked men. If, you know, my godfather came over or anybody, she would just go right to them, you know. She liked the guys. Yes, we would call her Floozy. And Tigger, he was such a good kitty. Oh yeah, they both had their, you know, they lived good lives. Yeah. Oh. All right, and I remember this orange chair. My mom one year got into a car accident and she broke a couple of ribs. She hit, I was in high school, she hit black ice, and it was in the winter, and that was the only chair because it was like, I don't know, it was, when you sit on it, it supported your back. And I think they got that reupholstered later down the road, I think. Maybe.
What? Again?
But this was the only chair she can sit in and like sleep in until she healed up a little bit. So that's what I think about when I see that chair, the orange chair. You don't remember it? I think they were going to get reupholstered. I don't know, I can't remember if they ever did though. Yeah, but that's what I think about when I see that picture. All right. So yeah, I remember like so many Christmases. I remember I was thinking about this last night. How did my mom do this? Okay, because growing up, we would have Christmas Eve dinner with my godparents and their family. Okay, and every year it would alternate houses. So one year they would hold it, they would, you know, we would go up there for dinner, Christmas Eve, and exchange gifts, and then the following year they come to our house. And then Christmas morning, we had my mom's family, not my mom's family, sorry. My mom and dad's friends come over with their two kids. I grew up with them. And they would come over on Christmas Day. And it's like, how the heck did you do that? You know, like, to me, it was like, you know, I was just a kid, so I was just there for the ride. You know, I was having fun, presents and good food, you know. But I was like, how did she do it? You know, like, that is just exhausting, because now as an adult and having kids myself and knowing how busy Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, like leading up to the holidays, how busy and chaotic those days are, it's like, oh my gosh, how did she do it? You know, like, yeah, like hosting like a dinner Christmas Eve if it was at our house, and then Christmas, but like I think they brought stuff too. So yeah, and like my mom would bring something, she would make something if it was held at their house. So, but yeah, wonderful memories. But now I'm thinking, it's like, how did my mom do that? Like, honestly, what's your superpower? Oh, I'm a mom, you know? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to wrap this up because it is going on. Yeah. And oh yeah, and it's just like, I remember that, like, yeah, like, it must have been so chaotic, but I guess, you know, well worth it. I remember the last Christmas with my grandpa, but we didn't know it was last Christmas with our grandpa. And I remember we had the Christmas crackers, and this was when the dining room table was in the living room before I did switcheroo. And I remember looking through, because if you look, you can look through it and you can kind of tell what prize is in there. And I looked through each one because I wanted him to have the best piece of plastic crap that was in there, because that's what it was. I know, but I wanted him to have the best one, okay? They're even like, now you buy crackers and they're nothing like what we had growing up, okay? We had a plastic eyeball that you would fit into your eye, right? Like okay? And you had a spider ring, you know, you had a plastic whistle, you know, you had like cool stuff like that. Now it's just poop, you know. It's definitely like when we grew up, those Christmas crackers. But I remember I wanted him to have the best one, and that was our last Christmas. And there's even a picture of us, but I can't find it. I hope I can find it. And my sister's and my grandpa. Yeah, but here's one picture of him, and he was one handsome dude. His nickname was Duke, after the Duke of Windsor of England. And Henry's middle name is Duke. Miss him, but he's in heaven. He's in heaven. My mom witnessed to him. He passed away the following year. Yeah, so little did we know, you know, like that's why you never know, you know, when you get together for family celebrations, holidays, you never know when that may be the last time that you celebrated this holiday, like with this person, or this is the last time I'm going to be seeing and talking to this person. Like, you never know. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. It's never promised, you know. So he was one handsome guy. And when his wife died of, she passed away, I never met her, she passed away of lupus, and that was before, you know, I'm sure they have better medicine, you know, technology has improved. Grandpa, your great-grandpa.
No, but who passed away?
Great-grandma, I never met her.
But how?
She had a disease, lupus. Back then, maybe they didn't have everything that they had today. You know, today maybe would have been a different story. But when he went on the market again, the women were knocking. And unfortunately, he married the wrong one.
Why?
Oh, she just wasn't nice. She just wasn't. She was. She seemed nice, but she wasn't. Because when he passed away, my uncle should have gotten his tools because he was a carpenter, but she gave them to her son. And it's like, yeah, no. I'm not even sure if he had a will. I don't think he did. And we haven't seen her since his funeral. So, yeah, she was just, you know, one of those people. Unfortunately, and I get it, you know, he was lonely, but he did not grieve and wait long enough before he got married again. Yeah. Yeah. But he's in heaven, so here is a picture. It's me. Look at that. That's Shivers from Christmas Around the World. They sold Christmas decorations and a bunch of fun stuff. Look at that. Look how cute. Yeah, so that's when the living room, I mean the dining room, yeah, switcheroo. So the tree was in the living room. Yeah. Yeah. And here is me. It was Christmas, and that's my grandma's side of the fireplace. That's her apartment. That is an origami right there. Oh, and before I forget, okay, I have to tell you this. Okay, you can't tell in this picture. You can see the shagging rug, but behind us is the door. Okay. Before it got replaced, it was a sliding door. It was a pain in the butt. It was a wooden frame, okay, and you pulled it open, okay, and I think if I remember correctly, if you locked it, it would be red, and when it was open, it had green, okay, to show you that, okay, it's locked or open. But that door gave us so many problems trying to lock it because it was stubborn and went locked. You really had to go boom, slam it to lock it. And it's funny, when my sisters and I were helping my mom and dad move that one Saturday, we were talking about growing up and just, you know, yeah, all the good times we had. And my sister said that door, she would have nightmares, you know. And I'm like, listening to her, and I'm like, I had the same nightmares, and my other sister had the same thing. We all have the same nightmares, and it included that door. Because everybody has a nightmare where you're being chased, okay? You don't know who's chasing you, but you know you are being chased, and you're trying to get to a safe place, okay? And all of our dreams were the same. There would be somebody chasing us outside, and then we would come inside, and then we tried to lock the door, but we couldn't. We were struggling, and we were panicking because we don't want whoever's outside chasing us to come inside to get us. So we're struggling with the door. I don't know if the door ever got locked in a dream. But I would also have dreams of like going going back and forth between both doors because we had 2 doors and making sure the other one was locked too. Oh my gosh, yeah. But it was just so funny how we all had like the same or like similar dreams about that one door, and my parents replaced it and it was an actual door. You didn't have to, you know, slide it. I know. Oh, it's just funny. Alright, I think that is it. You know, and we had hard times too. Like I said, I remember, like, my mom and dad, my dad worked for Transit Windsor, the city bus company. He was a bus driver for so many years. My mom stayed home with us, I think, until we were in high school, and then she started working. She was part-time at a fruit and vegetable stand in the summer, but then they closed, and she was also a house cleaner, housekeeper, you know, cleaned somebody's house every day. Well, not every day, but probably 5 days a week. And then she finally got a job at Sobeys in the deli. She worked in the deli, so she would slice the lunch meat. And if you are around here and you had the olives and they were like the right kind of spicy that you like, that's because my mom made them, and she would always hear the greatest compliments from customers, who had the olives. Personally, I don't like olives, but my sister does. But yeah, she would always hear people, you know, just compliment her on her olives when she made them because they were that good. So then she retired from Sobeys. My dad was a bus driver for so many years, and then he eventually got into the garage at Transit Windsor, which was more safer. So yeah, and I remember when my dad got laid off. I remember how hard that was for our family, but we made it through. Our church at the time helped a lot. I remember it was around Christmas. It was around Christmas, and you know, money was super tight. But our church had, I think they still do have it, benevolence, and it's kind of where they have food, they have clothing, you know, they have stuff for if you need it, you know, it's there for you to help you get back up on your feet. And I remember one Christmas we got a gift basket. We probably got like a turkey, stuff like that. And I remember getting like a present. I remember getting a purple Mickey Mouse wallet. I still have it. Yep, I still have it. But you know, it's like, I remember, you know, it's like, but we still had, you know, a good time with what we had, right? And it was still a great Christmas. It really was. And I remember when my dad was getting off the bus and he hurt his leg because he stepped on black ice and he fell, and he had to take time off to recover from that. And I remember my godfather was over the time. My dad was up going to the bathroom, I think, and when he was coming out, going back to his bed, he fell. And I remember him like trying to get back up. You know, it's like, I don't know how old I was, but I just remember that. And he got back up, and you know, I think with help from my godfather, even though he didn't want help at first. But yeah, so yeah, there were hard times, and there were, you know, good memories, bad memories, you know, yeah, but a lot of good memories, more good memories than bad memories. But yeah, and like, we always had a good Christmas. My mom and dad always gave us like a great Christmas and birthday celebrations, you know, I mean, so many memories. Anyways, this video is probably long enough. It's probably gonna, this clip right now is 38, so 38 minutes. Yeah, so many memories. Yep, I know. Yeah, but yeah, Christmases were always fun. Birthdays, you know, celebrations. When my sister got married, Yeah, Twinkies. Here you go, eat your Twinkies. I remember, because like our grandma grew up with us, and it was great when I was a kid, but not so great when I was older, and she started to go downhill, and that was really hard. My dad had to put like a lock on the door because she would like get up and wander, and I remember feeling so guilty when it came time to like, you know, put her in a home where she would be watched over and, you know, taken care of, and it was a good home. Yeah, because when somebody lives with you and they start to, you know, go that way, you know, like you go downhill, and you know, like she was confused, and she would have I think she had she had dementia, I think, a little bit of dementia. But she would have like hallucinations, you know, and that it was just very hard to see. But then when she did go home, and then she did improve, and like, you know, like it was for her safety, because she would try to get out the door, you know, and yeah. But that was hard, like that transition, you know, not having her at the house all the time, you know, coming home from school, seeing her, and she was always the first person I would say Merry Christmas to, because she was the first one up out of everybody. She was the first one up, and I would wake up and I would go over to her apartment and I would say Merry Christmas, and she would be in her blue and white robe, you know, and yeah, she also had a cat, Sylvia, that we used to put dresses on too. Yeah, we would do it when she was sleeping though, because she wasn't the nicest cat, but yeah. But yeah, I would say Merry Christmas to her first, and oh, the memories. Yeah, and you know, but that was hard. But then when she did get settled to a nursing home, and you saw her improve, and you knew it was the right decision, even though you felt guilty, even though it wasn't me doing it, you know, it was my mom, but you know, my mom and dad, but you know, more my dad, but you know, because it was his mom, but yeah, you know, yeah, he still felt guilty. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, I always said, oh, Christmas. When I did get my own room, okay, this is something I did for a few years. When everybody was asleep Christmas Eve, I would wake up, grab a blanket, probably like a sleeping bag maybe, get comfy in front of the TV on the floor, and watch like a Christmas movie or Christmas special on TV and snack on food. If we had chips, I was snacking on chips. This would have been like probably 2 o'clock in the morning, but I was excited, so I did that for a few years. Yeah. I don't think anybody knew that. Maybe they did. Maybe they had a TV, but I don't know. One perk to having your bedroom by the kitchen and living room. You can like, you know, sneak out quietly. Yeah. And Christmas. Okay, I remember Christmases. My mom, Christmas Eve, would be like cleaning, okay? And I remember thinking as a kid, why are you doing that on Christmas Eve? Don't you want to be watching like a Christmas special or something on TV? You know? And I remember thinking, why is she mopping the floors? You know, why is she doing a load of laundry? You know? And then you become a mom, and you have kids, and you're like, oh, that makes sense now. You know? Like, yeah, 30 years down the road, you know, it makes sense. Yeah, now you understand how, like, you know, you're a mom, there's always stuff to do. It doesn't matter what day of the year it is. Christmas Eve, we're still hustling and bustling, and we're still getting the house nice and clean. You know, we are doing everything, like, oh my gosh, and we're even up till like past midnight filling the stockings in the tree, you know. Now I understand. Yeah, now I get it. Yeah. But as a kid, you know, it's like you don't realize that, and you're like, why are you doing that? You know. But as an adult, that makes sense. Yeah. Because that's what I do. I'm always doing something Christmas Eve up until I go to bed. Like I don't go to bed till like past midnight. So yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. Yeah, I think so. Oh, and I also remember when I heard my grandfather passed away, being so mad at God, yelling at him because, you know, took him too soon. He had a stroke and he never recovered. I think he would have recovered without his, you know, second wife, but, you know, whatever. You never know. He could have. Yeah. Yeah. She was a piece of work. Yeah. Yeah. But I remember just yelling at God, letting God have it. I've forgiven him, you know, but I was in grade 4 when he passed away, so I was around 10 years old. You know, yeah. Alright, so this video is probably long enough. Before it gets to an hour, I'm going to try and add some pictures. I'm going to find them. I know I have them. Oh, there is a picture. I don't know if it's in this one. Oh, I had it some. Oh, remember how my sisters used to play the sleeping game on me? Okay, and I fall asleep. That's my kryptonite naps. I could sleep anywhere in the house. Okay, I can get comfortable, fall asleep. Apparently, I love to nap. Okay, I wish I could still nap, but no, I can't as an adult. But as a kid, I loved to nap. Well, here are a couple of pictures. Okay, I still have this teddy bear. Still have this blanket. You guys have seen this blanket. And I still have this. This is Grover. I still have him. This is a rocking chair. Okay. I loved the rocking chair. I love rocking chairs. I could always fall asleep. And then my mom would always say, how is that comfortable? How are you falling asleep like that? That does not look comfortable. But I would always fall asleep. To me, I don't know, it was comfortable. And I loved the rocking chair. That rocking chair was my favorite. I can still remember it. I can still picture it. And when we got married and moved in and like we had to get furniture, I made sure to pick out a rocking chair. I had to have a rocking chair. I love rocking chairs. I rocked Henry until I couldn't rock him anymore, until he was too big and I was getting elbows, you know, everywhere. Yeah, I rocked him. Casey though, this is the difference between them. One of many differences. Henry loved to be rocked, and Henry also loves rocking chairs. Casey didn't really like to be rocked. He would for a little bit, but then no, okay, I'm done. He was too wiggly. He was done. You don't like rocking chairs, do you? So Henry loves rocking chairs, so he gets that from me. Yeah, but I could fall asleep anywhere. But that Grover was my sister's. That was Sarah's. And note the word was because I took it. So yeah, I took him. I still have him. He has a lot less fur, but let me go grab him. Okay. So I still have him. He came here. He moved with me. Now he is well loved. Well loved. There he is now. I always put clothes on him.
He's dirty.
Yeah, he's not dirty.
No. Then what? Anyway.
He has no fur. That's why he's loved. Yeah, I still have him. I can't. I don't think I will ever get rid of him. And you know which movie ruined that? Toy Story. You know, Toy Story with all the emotional hits. You know, you can't get rid of toys. At least I can't. I know. I'm like, darn you, Toy Story. But I think I will always, you know, keep him. But and he's had his stitches. He even has stuffing. Like he's really fragile. Very, very, very fragile. But I can't. Yeah. Even his nose. But he was my comfort growing up. Yes, he was. He's still cute. So, okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I took him. I stole him. I'm like, I want that. I'm gonna take that. Yeah. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video and yesterday's video. It was fun going down memory lane. Bittersweet, but it was really, really fun. And I am looking forward to memories of the new house. I am. Oh, here's another picture. See, I'm not smiling. See, this was at my cousin's wedding, her first wedding. Yeah, not smiling. No. I remember one time we had family pictures, and they were at the hotel that's not there anymore, Duffy's. I don't know why they were at a hotel. I don't know, but I just remember it was at a hotel. It was Duffy's, and it was early in the morning, and the photographer was trying to get me to smile, and he was like, he had something like on, like it was like a plush, like a mouse or something, and it was on a elastic, and you know, you go like this and it comes back to you, and he was trying to do that. He was like, oh, look at the, you know, and look, he was saying something like, look at the monkey or something like that, and that just like really pissed me off more. Like, I just, you know, like, you're not going to get me to smile. Like, stop trying. This is as good as it's going to get. You know? Like, but he was so annoying, and you know what? It was early morning. I am not a morning person. I never was a morning person. Having kids didn't make me a morning person. You know, I may be up, but guess what? I am grumpy. Okay, so don't talk to me until I have coffee. You know, like, but he kept trying, and he was just really, really more annoying than anything. And I think I have that picture. Yeah, I think so. And yeah, but he was like, yeah, look at the monkey, or yeah, he said something like that. And I had an uncle who said that too. Oh, so annoying. That was my aunt's first husband, and she divorced him. He was a little bit controlling, or yeah, it wasn't a good marriage. So, but he used to say that, and every time he said that, I just wanted to smack him. You know? Yeah, that was later on, you know. But yeah, it was like, yeah, no, listen, if I don't want to smile, I'm not gonna smile, okay? You are lucky I'm here in the first place, okay? So take that, take the picture, you know? But I remember that day, and it was just like, yep, if I could have, I would have flipped you off. But I would have gotten into trouble with that, yeah. I would have gotten into trouble if I did that. But if I could have, I would have. Yeah. I forget what I do have the picture, but yeah. Okay, so enjoy these pictures coming up. I'm going just to show some because I have some on my phone. Alright. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for coming down this memory lane. It was fun looking back. We had so many great times back at the house. I don't think I will be driving that way for a very, very long time because it's going to seem really weird to go down that way and not make a right into the driveway. It's just going to seem weird to just drive past it. So if we ever do have to go to Windsor, which is next city, that's where everything is, we take it another way. So like, we don't really have to go down that way. Like, there's no reason to go down that way, you know. So but I don't think I will be going down there for a while because it's just too soon, and yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, it just feels really weird. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is a little bit longer, but it's okay. I really don't want to do part 3, so part 2, that's it. Alright, I'll see you in the next fun video. Take care, be blessed, and how do you want to say goodbye? Ta-ta for now.